Hello and welcome to Two Indoor Gaming. We are back with Life in the Village 2, and since I last recorded, it's been a little while, sorry about that. It's been a fun couple of weeks, but let's just keep moving. There's actually been 3 updates since I last did a video, which was on update 1.04. There's since been 05, 06 and 06A, but not quite as major as 1.04, but still lots of cool stuff happening. Before I get into what's new and show you a couple of things, I just wanted to go over some of the advice I've gotten since my last couple of videos. Very helpful tips. One was about the whole diorite andesite granite issue, and one thing you can do if you don't want to restart your map, so that after you're changing the quartz issue, is you can actually craft these items. So if diorite, then yeah, you just need to get some quartz stuff or what have you. You can actually craft your diorite, andesite, etc., and that may be a simpler option for you. Your call if you don't want to restart. Anyway, so that was thanks to John Fowl 92 for giving me that tip. Seraphim did a very excellent thing. I was talking about the flower rings, or fairy rings as I call them, and because remember I talked about how I was thinking about restarting my level. You may notice some things are a little bit different here. That's because I did actually restart, but I started with the exact same seed, negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I just basically tried to recreate roughly what I did. I just moved my jumbo furnace to a slightly different location, just played around with some blocks, just doing a little more fun there, but it is basically the same world, only now it has the addition of the gems and whatnot. And I did collect a bunch of those so that I can do some of those options, which is fun. Ooh, look at all that. Fancy, fancy, fancy. Anyway, but it is the same seed. I've got to roughly the same place, but because it's updated a few times, all my advancements have reset, but oh well, you get that. So yes, fairy rings. So if you're looking for fairy rings, because I did a restart, I've got the exact same map. So the fairy ring I showed you earlier is here, only I haven't actually dug it out yet, because I wanted to show you what it looked like. And a little trick that Seraphim passed along, and that is, see, here it is. It's on a couple of different levels, but that is actually a ring. You can actually use your mini-map to help you find plants. Ooh, isn't that tricky? So if you open up, pressing your J key, open up your little menu, go to your options, and if you scale down to, what's this thing again, cartography. So your cartography option, and you'll see that you can actually show plants. If you tick that, show plants, it will show them on your maps, which is very handy. And you can see now I also got some tips from Danny and Son, and they have some videos on Life in the Village 2, and I'll put a link to those below. It's good stuff. They're racing through and doing lots of cool and fun stuff with the Modpack, so check that out. But they said, remember I was having trouble getting a zoomed in mini map? Well, apparently if you use your plus and your minus keys, let's see that? Oh, my mini map, zoom in. I can zoom it in and zoom it out. And now it's a little hard to see because of the trees in the way. Also, I've got that waypoint. Let me get rid of the waypoint. Fairy ring remove. And the tree is blocking it in this particular instance. Thanks, Mr. Tree. So if I get rid of that, it's now just a little bit easier to see the circle. If you look on the minimap, see it's got those bright green dots, those are plants. And it's a little bit easier to see. Danny and Son tell me that it is only oxeye daisies. I wasn't sure if that was the case, but it is. Let me zoom that back out again. But you see there's a definite circular pattern to the flowers that makes it easy to spot your fairy rings. Da, da, da. So that's very helpful. Yeah, the other tip that Danny and Son gave me were those shoots that I didn't know what they were. Yeah, that's actually they're like droppers, only they don't have any capacity. They just drop things straight through, which can be helpful for some devices. So that's cool. So what's new with 1.05, 1.06 106A. Well, 106A was really just fixing some problems with mine colonies, so there's not really anything to worry about with 106A. The difference between 106 and 106A is really just some fixes. But we've got a few different things. Apple skin, which just changes up our HUD options a bit for food. Backpacked. You can make a different backpack now, which just takes leather and it gives you a 9-slot backpack. So that's handy. That's certainly easier to get than this one with the Ravager hide. So that might actually be useful for you. And certainly better than those little bag things. But yeah, it gives you a few extra spaces. That's handy. So that's the backpack. Thatched, which is Korean style villages that appear in the plains. I haven't seen one yet, and I've seen villages on the plains, but they were just regular ones, so I don't know, maybe it's just an option, not like every time. But that has like thatch roofs and stuff. Connected textures mod, which is just for resales packs. Cull particles, so particles that you can't see aren't rendered, which just makes your speed better. Performance, decorative blocks. Oh, we know decorative blocks, don't we? From other mod packs. But yeah, just a few different options just to spice things up a little bit. Dynamic surroundings is visual and sound effects and sound controls. Phosphor, which optimizes the lighting engine. And polymorph, which gives you options for like if certain items make, like if the recipes are the same, apparently you can choose between them. I haven't tested it out yet, but that would be handy if it comes up. 106 saw some config changes. Boars have been disabled. Those annoying boars have been zipped. Obviously people were just sick of them, so there's no more boars. And they've lowered the spawn frequency for rotten creatures. I didn't notice it was too much, but apparently, I guess. Oh, this is a fun thing, my regeneration. That's for my where are we? Because there's a campfire up here, that gives you regeneration whenever you're near a campfire. That's nice, isn't it? Better with mine colonies is flowers, grass, and path blocks. Let's see if I can show that. No, that's not it. Better animals plus, that's not what we want. This, I don't know, but apparently there's more grass and path blocks and dyes from coral. There's dungeon crawl, which is the spiritual successor, they say, to roguelike dungeons. So that's stuff we've seen before in the earlier Life in the Village part 1. So it's getting more and more like the old pack. Obviously their creator is trying to bring them in as mods are ported, or there's similar mods to recreate the feeling of Life in the Village 1, which means the pack is getting a little more chunky, a little more intense to recreate that. The villagers now have guards because golems are too lazy, so now they spawn guards and you can create them if you click them with a sword in your hand and this sort of stuff. Nature's compass, we know nature's compass, don't we? Which you need, let's see, 4 logs and 4 saplings and a compass, and oh, here it is. And you use that to find biomes, which is handy if you need jungle, say jungle wood, you don't have any. You can go and find your biome with your nature's compass. Very helpful. Overloaded armor bar just means it'll now reflect armor that's better than diamond. Randomite classic. You can find randomite ore, and when you mine randomite ore, for which you will require an iron pick, then you will get a random ore, and it could be anything from emeralds all the way down to slime balls, anything in between. So that's fun, and it's about as common as gold, so not super common, but if you find randomite ore, it's a lucky dip. What are you gonna get? Who knows, but that's fun. Savage and Ravage, which is again something you'll have seen before in earlier kind of mod packs. and that just means there's more structures and enemy types and challenges and stuff to do with the villagers. And village spawn point. Now when you create a world, a new spawn, a new save world, whatever, seed, that's right, you will always spawn in the middle of a village, and the village you will spawn in is whatever is closest to 0, 0 coordinates. So that's where you'll spawn with new created worlds, with the village spawn point. Da, da, da. So some new stuff, some more stuff. Again, if you've played Life in the Village, the first version, it's getting closer and closer to that experience. But you're missing 2 of the big village experiences, which was the Millionaire and what was that other village one? Where you make your own village, I've forgotten, but that's not likely to transfer. As I've said before, the maker of that mod is pretty much abandoned it, so I don't think it's ever going to see 1.16 or any other version to what it is now. So this is likely to be as much as the village experience, unless Millionaire gets ported up. Now, now that I've actually got some of those jewels, I wanted to show you some of the fun you can have with it. Now I've got some diamonds, which is handy, and so we've got a few of these new types of things. Oh, I wanted to make a magnet, that's right, that's why I've got that. Ooh, tungsten nugget, I've got some enchanted stuff. Just grab it all. Oh, some fun fishing rods too, look at that, lure 3 and salvage. But yes, so now that I've got the special jewels, I can make special weapons and stuff. Ooh, this is going to be fun. So if I was to make myself a diamond sword, like so, ta-da, I can now add a jewel to it, and it doesn't matter what kind of jewel I add. It could be an opal. How do I do it again? I thought I just did that. It's been a couple of weeks actually since I've tried. I'm trying to remember how you merge them. I thought that's all you had to do. Hold on a moment. Okay, sorry, silly me. You need the ring first. I forgot about the ring thing. Okay, so I need some more nuggets. The rings only require, they can require any different kind of jewel. So whether it's tourmaline, or I could add a ruby, or whatever, it doesn't really matter. What you use. I've got more tourmaline than anything else, so I'm going to use a tourmaline. Make 3 of them, why not? So any of these rings, you can wear them in your slots here, ding, and you'll get some luck, woo, whatever kind it is, which is fun. But if you combine them with your nice weapon here, like so, da, da, da. Now I have a special jeweled sword, and it will now track my stats. So the more mobs I slay, the better stats I will get for it. So that's pretty handy, isn't it? And you can also make, I could make a sword with pure tourmaline. Whoop. Like so. And ooh, look at that. Fancy. So you've got all these different options you can use. And I can enchant it and do whatever. So that's fun. So I'll get to play around with that to do some of the new stuff. There's new quests as well, obviously, to go with the gems and jewels. And I got a whole bunch of those. Yeah, more information. Thanks, I'll take it. And some that were just added some new things with the new mod packs that have gone in. Sorry, the new mods that have gone into the mod pack. Okay, some other things I wanted to show you. Waystones. There's one over here. Let me just race over here to this waystone. You'll notice my mini-map is changing colour. Yeah, all a bit weird, isn't it? Oh, that was a funny noise. Zombies. Must be underneath me. In a cave somewhere. So if I Swim over here. Dun, dun, dun. I hadn't actually shown a waystone yet because the waystones, like in Life in the Village 1, every village would have its own waystone, but now they're a lot more random, it seems, so yeah. A little bit hard to find. Yeah, so I was saying my minimap is changing colours. That's because I think with that dynamic surrounds and things that have changed and some of the meshes and whatnot, so it's different kind of colours and whatnot of just coming in, so it's making my minimap look a bit different. It is fun having less boars. Now where was I going? Yeah, that's right, I was going to this waystone, wasn't I? Now, I haven't yet checked whether you can pick them up or not, so let's try it. You can create them, not too hard, but it's your call. I've done a bit of running around to find a few different points of interest. But yeah, these are the waystones. If you haven't seen them before, you just right click on them and they come with some random name. You can rename them, I'm pretty sure. And it shows you some of the, costs to move from here to there. Whatever. It's just reordering. So I found a couple of ones. Whoop. Just popped somewhere different now. We look on our map. Where are we? Yeah. So I've jumped a little bit. Not too far. But that's a whole new one. And then I could go from there back again or something new. Now let's see if I can pick it up. Like I said, I haven't tested this. Ah, good. What I can do now is place that back home. And then I will... Where is home? It's up here, isn't it? It's easy to run back, or maybe I should... Yeah. Let's go to this other thing. Underground mobs. Now that I've got the waystone, if I place it at home, I can now jump around from one place to another, saving me a bit of runaround time. Or if I find a point of interest that I want to return to multiple times, I can do that now. I should eat something. That's better. Ooh, there's a boar. I thought you got rid of them. I see one. What happened? Oh, that was fun. Now, what does it say on my sword? Mob slain! 1! Woot, woot, woot! So I'll get bonus attack every time I level it up. It's going to take a while at that rate. Now, I marked over here underground mobs, and the reason I did that is because I'm pretty certain there must be a dungeon down here. Now, remember I was talking about those rune spaces, how it said something about underground dungeons, and I thought, oh, is there one below the rune stones? And I looked at the mod description again, and no, it just, the mod allows for some underground structures and the runestone circles. They're not connected. One doesn't suggest necessarily the location of the other. It's just two aspects of the same mod pack. But I'm wondering if this reflects... Look at how many mobs there are underground here. That's... that's a lot. There must be something down there. I was just running along and I noticed there was all these red dots on my mini-map, and I'm like, what? That suggests there's some kind of structure under there. You'd have to think, not just a random cave, because look at how many there are as soon as I walk into the area. That suggests something more than just, oh, there's a big cave system and therefore a lot of mobs near the surface. No, it suggests something a lot more ordered than that. But I wasn't sure, and I thought, let's explore that together. And that might be the last thing I do for this particular video, or it'll get stretched on too long. Let's just have a quick look and see what we can find down here. Okay, what effect have I got on at the moment? Luck. Oh, that's because I've got the ring on. I'm like, what am I going to do? What the? Oh, right. Yes. Bitchman, don't like it. It'll save me a little bit of time. I'll take the iron. Oh, and another thing, you can repair. This has got the repair option like the previous version of Life in the Village, which is nice. If you've got something that's nicely, how you say it, enchanted, yeah. That is a good option for you. Okay, what am I gonna find? I wouldn't imagine it's gonna be 2D. I can hear a spider. This is a little dangerous, just whacking on the the auto, but hey, why not? Oh yeah, the repair, it's unless you do actually have something that is enchanted, it's a lot cheaper just to craft a new one rather than repairing it. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that while I remembered. Okay, where are we? Around here somewhere. You can hear them, but where are they hiding? They're still below. I'm sorry, I'm just squinting in my little mini map. They're still below. I can see the chevrons are still pointing down. So they're still a bit lower. Ooh. Okay, now we're finding some actual, what do they call these blocks again? Mossy cobblestone and stone bricks. So we're definitely finding some kind of structure here. Ooh. As for what kind, I have no idea. Now this was here before the update which added the dungeons. Generally though, the dungeon crawl has structures that begin overground anyway. Ooh, some redstone down there. Interesting. Fight, fight, fight! So I'm putting myself right in the danger zone here. Because, well, that's what I do, isn't it? Ooh. Where's the wall? Oh wow, that is busy down there. And here I am with my inventory all full up. Okay, I think investigating this actual structure should be a video of its own, but there we go. My theory was proved correct, at least. That many red dots visible from the surface suggested and proved to be a structure underground of some kind. It's good to be right occasionally. Okay, so yes, that's just some of the more fun available in this mod pack. Have fun, explore. If you've got more tips, let me know, because I love to share them around. Because what I don't know definitely dwarfs what I do, and if other people have found the answers, then I'm very grateful to share them with everybody. Okay, I'll see you next time, and might investigate that dungeon in my next video. Thanks for watching.